Hello everybody and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Red. I am your host, Irish Red Gaming, and I am just finishing up filling a couple of Tesseract frames here because we will be needing these in the near future. So let's go ahead and come over here and turn these into full-blown Tesseracts. There we go. There's one and there's two. Perfect. Now we got a couple of Tesseracts. Let's grab some cabling. In between episodes, I went through and I did a little bit of work. I went through and made a nice little hole for us. We're also going to need an import bus. Perfect. And let's go get to work. If we remember last episode, we all but finished this up. We still have to put in a vacuum hopper to suck up all of the goodies and get them shipped out. But for the most part, this system is complete. We go inside, we hit a button, and we spawn and kill a wither. We have a lovely thunderstorm headed our way, but we're not worried about that because that'll get taken care of should it decide to turn any worse than what it is. So no big deal there. So let's go ahead and head down here, and today we're going to work on automating the on and off of the wither skeleton spawner so that when we have X number of heads, the system will turn off. And then when we do not have enough heads, the system will turn back on and we will get more wither skeleton heads. So I went ahead and I dug out a little bit of a hole here, all the way down to here. And if we follow this little tunnel area here, man, that storm is really whipping it today, isn't it? So if we come all the way out here to here, we can see that we're tied into a line right here, which is perfect because this comes over here, and this is just our single line that is running over to our Thaumcraft area. We're only using 2 channels. We have plenty of room for expansion on this line. I mean, shoot, we could replace this line with a dense cable just up to this point here so that we can have, you know, more channels. But for now, we're just gonna lay some regular cable. We will lay 1 piece of smart cable here just so that we can keep an eye on what all we have running through this portion of the network. So let's just come out here and run this cable all the way out to here, and then we will run this cable all the way across here. That's not where I wanted you to go. Come here. Give me that. Thank you. So there we go. That's not what I wanted you to do either. Sometimes I hate that auto refill. It can be a real pain in the butt. And then up we go. Like so. And then we will come over here and just bring this up like so. And now we can put the import bus right there. Throw our table on it. And it will start recognizing. And then it should start sucking this stuff into the system. Yep, there it goes. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to see. It's a little bit slow. Let's go ahead and throw just a couple of acceleration upgrades on there. We don't need a whole heck of a lot because not a whole heck of a lot is going to get spawned at once. So 1 should be probably more than enough. So there we go. We also have another problem that we're going to have to address in the very near future. Yeah. This chest is just a little bit close to being full. So we'll have to address this issue in the very near future. The more that this system runs, the more junk that's going to get built up in this diamond chest. And if too much gets built up in there, well, the grinders back there aren't going to have any place to throw stuff. So yeah, we're going to want to take care of that sooner rather than later. But this episode, we are more focused on getting our wither spawner completely up and running. So let's go ahead and come out here again, back upstairs, and we will... What will we do, Red? Well, we need to find a place to throw a tesseract with a couple of exports. So let's see here. Let's get an export bus. Nope, don't have one, so we'll need to make one up. That's fine. That was not that difficult. We're also going to want a capacity card. We've got some cabling on us. Yeah, we've got the tesseract. Let's get a few more item ducts. And a couple of servos. You know what? We got 5 of them. That should be plenty. Let's come down here to our AE2 room. Because this way we can just come right in off our system here and not have to worry about anything. So where do we want to set this up? You know what? Let's come right off of this corner right here. So we're going to pop a couple of these down. And we will put our tesseract, say, right there. Now that's good. Then when we open this up, this is going to be wither spawn. Yeah, wither spawner. We'll set this to channel 2. So there we go. And this thing is going to do both. It is going to... We're also going to have to deal with essence. You know what? This is going to receive fluid only. We don't want it to deal with any energy, so that's going to be blocked, but we want it to send and receive items. So there we go. And now we can get our export bus, and we can throw it on just like that. And of course put our capacity card in, and let's grab a couple of acceleration cards, and we're going to want some Soulsand, and we're going to want some heads, or stalls rather. There we go. So now if we come in here, we tell this thing to export wither skeleton, stalls, and Soulsand, and we can speed up that process. So there we go. This is now exporting via this tesseract our wither skeleton, stalls, and our Soulsand. So if we come upstairs here and we head back outside, we can come right over here and make this pretty much as easy as pie. Go ahead and grab our impulse item duct, and we will put these right on the back just like so. And we're going to put our tesseract right there. So now with a servo on here, we can tell this tesseract that you're going to be connected to the wither spawner. You are going to both send and receive items. You're going to send fluid only, and you're not going to do anything with power. So there we go, we are connected to that. Now if we disable this, we should see that, yep, our stalls start coming out. And we are starting to fill these drawers up. Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted to see. So, we have a way to get Soulsand and stalls out to our system here. Well, Soulsand, we need to work a little bit on our Soulsand. And I'm not sure if there's a way to actually make it. Let's check that out real quick. Well, we could do it with another essence. We can do it with soulful wax, sand, and dirt. Podzol, soulful wax, okay. Can get it from a scrapbook. We can do it with blood magic. You can turn soul sand into 2 soul sand. Sludge boiler has a small percentage of getting it. Though we might have to get into some magical crops, and that way, you know, we just start growing our own soul sand. That's definitely going to be a possibility. For now, we can just kind of cheese the system. So, we actually don't need any more of those. We're all set there. So now we're going to want a level emitter, which we know how to craft up. There we go. And we are going to want a... Oh, what are we gonna want, Red? We're gonna want a level emitter. We're going to want a... Actually, that might be all that we really need. If we do this properly. Let's give it a shot. So we've already got a stall on us, which is the other thing that we definitely will need. But we might be able to get away with just the level emitter and a little bit of cable. So let's come back down here. And because of the way that we ran this cable, let's go ahead and get back down into Ender Mini form here. See if we can squeeze down here. Yeah, we can. So we have the cable running here. All we need to do is really come over to the redstone conduit, I would think. So let's go ahead and dig this out, like so. Yeah, because we have our redstone conduit here. Let's grab just a couple more pieces of it. Insulated redstone conduit, there we go. And yeah, that's correct. So if we put down our level emitter, will it connect to there? It will. That is exactly what I wanted to see. So this is on now, which is shutting the system off. So we need to tell this thing that emit when levels are below 1 skull. Or no, emit when levels are above 1 skull, because that'll turn it off. Because right now we have it overridden with our switch upstairs. So yeah, now when we do not have a wither skeleton skull in our system, this level emitter will turn off, which will turn off the conduit and turn on the spawner, which will then start spawning wither skeletons until we have exported all of the wither skeleton skulls out to the main system, wither system out there, and there is 1 in our primary system. That is how we are automating the on and off of the wither skeleton spawner. So, if we turn this off, we should see that our spawner should now be running. Let's pop down here and take a look. You know, this setup has made me out to be a liar before. So we're just gonna double check it here, make sure. Spawner. Yeah, it is active, it is running. So, there we go. It is now completely automated for when we do not have any wither skeleton skulls in our system, which we won't for a while. Well, we have one in there. Why do we have one in there? We should be exporting it out. To these drawers. Let's take a look here. Time to do some troubleshooting. Soulsand is full up. That would be why. Okay. That's fine. That's an easy fix. That's why we needed 2 of these. So let's go ahead and where else do I need another servo? Because right now it's trying to pull out more soul sand and put it into this compacting drawer. But the compacting drawer is full, so it's not pulling out the wither skeleton skulls. So let's see if we tell this to whitelist wither skeleton skulls. If that'll start pulling it out. And it won't. So if we go there, we tell this thing you want to pull out soul sand only. Alright. Oh. One more thing then. Let's do another export. There we go. We won't need the capacity card or anything like that. The Tesseract is getting bound up, or actually the other export bus is getting bound because, well, it's trying to send more soul sand than what the system can hold out there. And I thought that might be an issue, but I was hoping that it wouldn't be. However, it's not a big deal to solve. So here we're just going to export the wither skeleton skulls. And then we will just set up another export bus right there. Throw a cable on it, just like so. And here, this is just going to export the soul sand. So there we go. Now we have that all taken care of. We don't need the capacity card in there. Let's take out one of these acceleration cards and give it up here. There we go. You gonna hop online? I'd appreciate it if you would, you know, go online. There's no way you are missing a channel. There's only 2 things attached to you. Let's break it there. Try to reconnect it. See if it clears up this time. Come on. There we go. Alright, so now we should be able to go back and check out our wither skeleton spawn area, and it should have turned back on because there should not be any stalls in the system. But there is. Why is there still a stall in the system? Why are you not exporting like you should? Let's see here. What? I'm going to break this tesseract. So hopefully that will clear out anything that it had. And set it to the wither spawner again. And let's see. We don't have a stall in there. If we put one in, does it get exported out? It is not getting exported out. Why are you not exporting? I love it when things don't go right. Export bus, wither skeleton stall, and Soulsand. Configuration, you are going to send and receive items. This is becoming perplexing. Because I've set up a system like this, similar, in the past. I didn't have any issues. See what happens if we get a chest. I don't think it's done auto output, but it might. It is. Okay then. Yeah, you stop. And you do not connect anymore. Alright, so how are we going to do this? Because this thing wants to output into a directly into a storage. So how can we set this up so that it outputs directly into a storage? Well, we made just a little bit of a modification. We will throw that right there like that. That servo just is pulling stuff out, so let's get a item duct. We'll only need one. Because what we're going to do is we're going to, again, kind of cheese the system here. Let's grab our dolly. Hopefully we can do this with a dolly. Ah, perfect. I can pick that up. We will set this just like that. Haha. Where there's a will, there's a red. I mean, what? So let's do that. Ignore. So now, if we open this up and take a look, we still have wither skeleton stalls in there. It's because we move this? No? That's because we turned it off. There we go. Stalls are getting pulled out. And they are getting put directly into these storage drawers out here. Cool. So that is going to be what, phase 3, I guess you could say. Getting the wither skeletons to auto spawn in there, get their stalls out here to supply our wither spawner, so that we've always got a constant supply of wither skeleton stalls out here. Next episode, we will move on to phase 4, I guess it would be called, and we will get a way to turn this system on and off by the number of nether stars or nether cubes that we have in our system. So if we only have, say, 1 nether star, nether cube, which we probably have a few of them, we've got 8 of them. So yeah, if we have below 10 or whatever, that system out there will turn on, spawn the wither automatically, and then kill it. Send it back into our system here, and once we get up to a certain number, let's call it 10 just for the heck of it, it will turn everything off. So that is what we will work on next episode. This episode, like I said, we've got the basics down. We still need to find a way to come up with more soul sand. Again, that magical crops idea might be the best way to go. And now that this is this way, I'm not sure that we're going to need 2 export buses, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we'll deal with this right now. It's only using 2 channels on this separate line. But yeah, next episode we will work on that to get our wither spawner completely up and running, completely automated. I will also in the meantime work on a way of getting all of this junk out of this chest and get it sorted and whatnot. I'll have to come up with some sort of idea to do that. I can do it with applied energistics, but that's going to take up a lot of channels. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that. Plus, we're going to have to come up with storage for a lot of this stuff. I know we have storage for arrows, and we have storage for string. We might even have storage for bones, but we're getting a lot of ender pearls. We don't have any storage for gunpowder, and we have the storage for essence, but it's not connected to the system. So yeah, we've got some work ahead of us that we're gonna have to do. For now, I'm just gonna go ahead and override the system so that it you know, shuts everything down here, because we're not ready for this thing to be running full tilt just yet. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. It helps me and the channel out immensely. If you are subscribed, or even if you're not subscribed, leave a comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you would like to potentially see me build, or if you have any ideas on how I could potentially make builds any better or more efficient. Drop me a line. I love hearing from you guys. It's great. All of your love and support has been amazing over this past year or so. So thank you very much, guys. Don't forget, you can also check me out on social media at Irish Red Gaming on Twitter is how you can send me a message there, or you can go over to facebook.com and check me out on Facebook /Irish Red Gaming to get a hold of me over there. So guys, I hope you have an absolutely great day and have had an amazing week so far. As always, I will definitely talk to you in the next video. See ya.